Hello everybody and welcome to a new video. In today's video we are going to be looking at a scenario where the world reset. And we are currently on episode 18 of the series. I'm honestly really surprised that we even managed to get to 18 episodes. Because it's like, I don't know, it's just been a lot, yeah. And the anniversary of What If the World Reset is coming up soon. So be sure to stay tuned for the anniversary. Anyway, before we start, in my spare time, I decided to make a religion map. So it's going to be similar to the ethnicity map, which we see here, except much broader and just kinda more basic. So let's take a look at the religion map in 3, 2, and 1. So these are the religions of What If the World Reset. You can see that there's a main red religion coming from the red team back when it had its empire. And then it's got this Greek and Slovenian spin-off religion, which these two are actually the same, surprisingly, but yeah. And then we have this Albanian and Tunisian religion, which is like a more distant version of the red religion. Then we have the blue religion from the old blue team, which is just this general area over here. And it's also got its own little version over here in the purple and gold countries, and also here in India and South India. Then back over here we can see there's the yellow religion, which is dominated by the old land that the yellow team used to have, and also parts of Georgia. Then we have this small green religion that exists. Then we have this pink religion, which is of course of the Ukrainian country, and it's also of the, and then there's also this religion similar to the Ukrainian one here in Italy, back all those episodes ago when these three countries formed, and they were all different religions. I don't know if you still remember that. And the blue religion also has its own version over here. And there's also the orange religion in Poland, which we can see. And we can also see this like dark green religion in the like, I don't know what to call it, like in northern Indian parts, cause it's like, which is actually kind of like the original religion of India, like of the tribes who lived here before the purple team sent out people. So yeah. And then we have the Chinese religion, which is exactly what I said it is, and it encompasses all of China's old territories. But let's move away from the religion map and go back to the main map, where we can see new countries popping up. The first one is going to be this greenish country popping up over here in Vietnam. they start over here and just kind of wrap around. They also dig a bit into the forest, but not really since it's forest. So yeah. And then going all the way to the Americas, we can see that over here there is this new like dark pinkish country forming over here, and it's mostly just tribes who have come together. But yeah, these are two new countries. And then we also have this really like weird colored country. I don't know how to call this color. Wait, maybe is it? That's not too similar. Which is going to be appearing over here in near Lake Victoria, and is just going to be a part of this area. And the final country that we are going to be seeing forming is this kind of like, I'd say, a darker version of this, which is going to be forming over here in the Basque area, and it's going to cut over here in Catalonia and just kind of be like a Pyrenees country. So these are our 4 new countries of Whitwer. So anyway, we have these new countries, but we're also going to be seeing the expansion of some countries. The first country expanding is going to be Italy, where they are going to expand deeper into these French areas, and also meet up with the Alps, kind of, and also take over the rest of Italy. They send a group of people to try to get to the Atlantic, but they just haven't managed to conquer it yet. But they do manage to block off a big part of the Pyrenees country. Then we can also see the Saharan country, the Tunisian country expand, but mainly along the coast here, just linking up their kind of like colonies and digging deeper in the areas which they already have colonized. We can also see that they push deeper into these areas, just kind of like conquesting as much as they can. So yeah, we don't know how I got there. We have a big Tunisian country now. Kind of looks like the African Union from Edith Perswick, but anyway, we're also going to see the Polish country expand into these areas over here, and just like take over a bunch of stuff, reaching all the way up to Estonia. And yeah, then we are going to see this greenish country expand. I want to call it Bulgaria, but then it's also like got a lot of land in Romania, so it's kind of weird. We also see this really light blue country expanding up north, just taking all the land that they can without collapsing. And same can be said with this light yellow team expanding into these areas where they can. Now we also see the dark blue team expanding, taking over these areas of the Balkans, and then we also see Albania expand a bit south and north, and finally we see the Greeks take basically everything else. So it looks like the Greeks have like made a mini sort of empire, but it's not really an empire because it's not big enough. Like, this would be more like an empire. But anyway, the Greeks have expanded, and so will the red team. They are going to expand, and over here, taking over these areas. I don't know why I'm lagging a bit, but it's fine. And yeah. So anyway, the red team is going to expand, taking over the Sinai Peninsula, which actually used to be Israeli at one point of time, if you don't know, and just generally expanding. Egypt, with the few resources that they have, are also going to do the same, but they're very weak at the moment, so they can't really. We also see the Syrian team expanding into the Sahara Desert, which believe me, I wouldn't say is fun. And we also see the purple team expanding a bit, taking over these areas of the Persian Gulf, or Arabian Gulf if you're an American. And we also see the pinkish team completely cut off the gold team from expanding. Now, was that necessary? No, it wasn't. The gold team wasn't a threat to them. But they did it anyway, because, at least in their opinion, it's better to be safe than sorry. Which, to be fair, makes sense. We're also going to see this, Caspian country expand a lot. And we also see Georgia expand up north, connecting to the yellow country, and now the Black Sea is completely filled in. So that's the Middle East done with expanding, and Africa and Europe. Now let's go over here and take a look at these countries. So this Pakistani country is going to expand a lot, but mainly around the areas of their capital, just like expanding and expanding and expanding, and yeah, they've expanded a lot. And Myanmar or Burma or Bangladesh is also going to expand, just taking over as many areas as they can and trying to connect up with this Vietnamese country, but to no success so far. Then we also have this dark green country expanding over here. That was not intentional. So anyway, we have them expanding over here, just taking all of this land. We also see China expanding as much as possible. And since they've been around for quite a while, they can expand a lot. And I mean, a lot. They go over to all of these areas and just explore a ton. So yeah, we also see Korea exploring, and they also land on Japan, in which they take over this island. So this is going to be it for all of the expansions, but let's take a look at a war. So as we can see here, Italy is very big, and yeah, but in their newly conquered area, there is a bit of turmoil. So much so, in fact, that they decide to make their own country called France. And so the French are breaking away. They're all like, Viva la Revolution and whatnot. And they're actually doing pretty okay. Until, they're not. Because the Italians are beating the French. And sure, the French do manage to push them back. But ultimately, it looks like a losing war. So the French are like, how about this? You keep all of this land, and we keep this part. So can we have peace? And Italy is like, fine, yeah, we can have peace, but only because I'm a good person. And yeah, let's take a look at this peace treaty. So as you can see here, it's a very simple peace treaty. Italy just annexed these areas, and France is allowed to live. Now, what are they going to do with its independence? Expand, of course. Like, what else are they going to do? So they just expand and make themselves a bit bigger and less, and make them look less like they just broke away from Italy, even though they did. And they managed to take over Brittany and this island, which I do not know the name of. No, it's not Guernsey. Okay, so anyway, let's take a look away from France and move over here. Now, Pakistan and Myanmar don't like each other very much. And why? Because I said so. So, Pakistan is going to be declaring war on Myanmar for plot reasons and also because this border is ugly. So the troops of Myanmar start pouring in, and they manage to take these areas, and they're actually doing pretty well. And you might be thinking, this is a massive war. And what else is massive? So, why, was it, like, no build-up? Why is it boring? Well, because this is, wait, what year is it? This is, the year 380 BC, where massive countries fighting don't really matter, cause, yeah. So anyway, let's go back here. And since Pakistan has a bigger military, they managed to do well against Myanmar. Now, Myanmar is like, hey, you're not allowed to win, so they push them back. Then Pakistan is like, you don't decide the rules, and they start doing even better than they did before. Suddenly, Myanmar is like reverse, and Pakistan loses everything on their front, and Myanmar starts their own invasion of Pakistan. Is this plot armor? No, all they did was do reverse. These are definitely skills that are applicable to real life. But then Pakistan reverses them, and then Myanmar reverses them, and then Pakistan reverses them. But since there are only 4 reverses in a deck, that means that Pakistan is winning. So Pakistan takes these areas back and continues their push into Myanmar. Myanmar is like, hey, we get it, you got your land, please stop. And Pakistan is going to think about that before being like, okay, yeah. So let's take a look at this peace treaty. So as we can see here, Myanmar got this area, no, Pakistan got this area, and Myanmar, even though their capital is in Bangladesh, is in, well, they're not crippled, but they might as well be. And this war was definitely not an excuse to fix the borders because they looked ugly. No, it was definitely for another reason. Anyway, the last event we are going to be seeing in this video is the Italians declaring war on Slovenia. The Slovenes did nothing bad, they just existed, and now they're going to die because of that. So the Italians push their troops into Slovenia, capturing the city, and then all goes haywire when they lose their capital, and they just collapse. And since Slovenia is such a small country, I don't even need to make a peace treaty, it's just gone. So we can erase that capital from here. And here we have our new world map. It's a lot bigger, a lot more sparse from last time, considering now it's from, it's like from here, to here, to here, and then to here, and then back here. So, yeah, the world map is massive. Now, what else is massive? So that is going to be doing it for today's episode, and I hope you guys enjoyed.